Are you using the is method in your daily plan? We'll go through that. I tell you what, I failed to mention last episode was 100. Cannot believe it. We've got 100. This is 101 episode. Oh my goodness. I don't know how that even happened. So good stuff. Thank you for listening in, continuous support. We appreciate you. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Hey, listen, please do me a favor, yourself a gift, the others a gift, and get the word out there. Like and subscribe to the podcast. Give me a good, man, just an honest, good review. So it doesn't have to be, lies and more lies. Just give me a good review, would you please? So love to hear from you and what you're getting out of the podcast. So thank you so much. Big one on slate today again. You know the drill to go to geniusloanofficer.com for your free growth strategy call to help you exponentially grow and see if we are a fit to collaborate and exponentially grow into 2022. March 3rd and 4th, the seats are filling up. So it's a small growth group mastermind. We're working on your business. We're going on over our money marketing system. We're going over our unclosing method that is totally different than anybody else, and how they're speaking to people and how they're selling and how you're talking to agents and how you're getting in your funnel and how you're attracting the right people and our best clients be able to do all this in 6 hours a day with our G6 formula. So please do yourself a gift and go ahead and sign up for that as well. So, all right, enough of that. Let's get into helping you today. So, by the way, we've got some great guests coming on next week. We've got this one's dropping on, of course, Monday and Thursday. Every Monday and Thursday we're dropping one. This is Monday. If you're listening to this on the drop day to Monday, and then Thursday is the next one is 102 is going to be have a amazing guest on that is going to really help you in your marketing strategies. And then we have who else we got? We got someone that's going to really help you with referrals, be able to get referrals without even asking for referrals. Ooh, great stuff. And then we have one of our GLO members coming on the next week after that as well. So he is exponentially growing. He's going to talk about some of his things that he's been doing to grow, and tell you what, all this goodness to share with you to be able to take to your business and grow right now. All right. So the is method. What's the is method? It's very, it's elegance and its simplicity, right? Which is something we should always be striving for in life, is having elegance and simplicity. I'll tell you what, you can get some good fine dishes that are got to go out and celebrate, and got some good fettuccine Alfredo. It was good stuff. So I'm very, very blessed, man. I hope you're blessed out there and doing well. Please feel blessed. Write in your journals. Feel good about what is going on in your daily life, because you have an opportunity to make more money, have more freedom than you ever can imagine. And I want you to give yourself this gift, is go, how much time decision fatigue is really showing up. So I sat there for 10 minutes trying to decide who I should actually call. I sat there, paused, who should I, what should I say? I paused, like, okay, I'm waiting for this file to come out, and what should I do next, et cetera, all the way down the list, and add those up. So if you're having a 10-hour day, you may find yourself seeing that you have 3 or 4 of those hours just being decision fatigue, just wearing you out all day long because you're not taking action and you don't know what to do next. That's where mentorship comes in. That's where coaching comes in, to be able to take that from you and say, hey, listen, here's the play. Just run the play. Here's the time sucks in your day. Here's how to handle this beforehand. Here's how to alleviate that pressure and time, and just be able to help you just be relaxed, focused on the right things, and be able to have freedom. Okay, so we have these amazing playbooks every single month that we have our that are accessible to our members at GLO, and they're able to hand these out to real estate agents. We also have some really cool things, the way we actually added to be able to market and move people, these real estate agents, from cold, or which I don't ever want to, I just say that term simply so you know what I'm saying, but they're never cold. They're in the same industry, but you're introducing yourself, you're attracting people without ever even making a call. We have some cool ways of doing that, but I want to go over a section of this in the back section, and because it's going to be helpful for you to grow your business. So the IS method is really when you talk about, and you study top performers, they're intentional and they're specific. They're intentional on how their day is. They're specific on what they need accomplished. They're intentional on what their life wants to look like. They're specific on how the actions they want to take. Intentional, specific, intentional, specific. So in your day, are you being very intentional and specific? This also 100% is in your sales, in your marketing, in your leadership. You ever been complimented by someone? They say, hey, great job on that project. Great job. Or someone says, you know what, Mary, that was a great job on that project, where you were able to streamline the process, and then we were able to get that done within 2 hours instead of the normal 4 hours. Wow, that was amazing how you're able to do that. Which is more impactful? So we can use this in all facets, intentional and specific. So in the playbook, there's a daily planner for these real estate agents, and this is across the board, right? Daily, what our daily plan should be, how we should show up every day, what we should be thinking about, et cetera, et cetera. So the daily plan comes off, and you check mark. The first is, I've reviewed my goals. Are you reviewing your goals every single day? I want to do, let's just say you want to do 100 loans in a year. I've reviewed those goals. I've reviewed how I'm going to do it. I've reviewed the action plans behind it. I reviewed my goals. I know where they are. So we talk about how to continue and hit your goals, and focus has got to be on those. And so I've reviewed my goals. Have I reviewed those goals in a daily plan? So this is part of being intentional and specific. I know where I'm going. I'm intentional about my action. It's because I'm specifically trying to hit this number of 100. Then my big 3 rocks. I get to move today. Not I got to move. I get to move. Remember to continue to reframe, and little words matter. I joyfully get, I claim my opportunity to move these rocks today. So you can actually even write these down. Also, if you want to hit up angel@geniusloanofficer.com, we will send you this sheet. That way you can put it on your desk, and now you can actually implement these too. So I would highly encourage you to do it. Have them printed off, have them on your desk, and every day you're kind of going through this. You're getting a system. You're getting a systematic approach of I'm intentional and specific. So I get what my 3 big rocks I get to move today. I joyfully get to move today. What are those 3 things going to be? I got to make a certain amount of calls. I got to do this action step, whatever that be. I get to do today. What will be my mini reward after completing this? This is so vitally important. We've talked about this before. I had talked about the marshmallow experiment of 1972, and I did a video the other day, and I had 2 big marshmallows, and then I had the little tiny ones. Like sometimes you need that little tiny guy, right? However, your mini reward, make it internal. You can make it external, but also make internal. And so when you do it, have it link back to the pride that you get from the actual work you did. so not just the completion, but link it back to how the feelings, the internal just drive you have that you actually did the work. So place that in your mini rewards as well. So, but you can give yourself a mini reward. Maybe it's you get it done, and hey, now I get to go outside and walk around for 15 minutes, whatever it be. Something that's a mini reward that says, okay, I get that done. I'll get to go do this. This is awesome. Okay. And then how many appointments do I need to set today? This is so important. We kind of go through and we're going through our day, and we're not being intentionally specific at all, right? We're going, okay, I'm talking to these people, or I make these calls, or sometimes people are like, well, I got to make these a certain amount of calls. Okay. What's the intentionality behind that? Am I intentional with the value that I'm trying to add? And I'm very specific about the value I'm add. And am I intentional and specific on what I want the call to action to be? This is oftentimes things we just miss because we're just busy just doing the work. Okay, I got to make a certain amount of calls. Somebody told me I had to make a certain amount of calls to be successful. But am I being intentional, like how that needs to come out to appointments, for example? Okay, so how many do I need to set today? Okay, I'm going to call 10 people today, and I have to set 2 appointments a day. Boom, I'm intentional and specific when I'm talking to these clients or agents, or, I'm saying, okay, I have to make 2 appointments a day. And what is my big hook? What is all these things, reason why they would sit down with me? So I have all these layers that I can start working on, but I know how many appointments I need to set. My top 10 prospecting calls for the day. We should always be intentional and specific on who we're going to call, why we're going to call them, what that means to us. Hey, listen, these 10 people are, for example, agents that I've spoke to before, have had some good conversations. I want to be in a relationship with them. We are going to attract each other. It's not I'm calling beg for business, but we are attracting collaboration together simply because they are the right people. There's someone that I would joyfully call. I would joyfully want to be around. That is a huge, huge element. And let me just say this, and I had this video, I think yesterday too, shooting videos everywhere. So follow me on Instagram, look me up, Adam Hires, or LinkedIn, and look at those posts. But I had one where I was talking to one of our clients, and he has one of these amazing playbooks. Not one of these, but he had a whole bunch, and he was setting appointments and handing them out and having conversations, initial conversations. Then I said, okay, what's your follow through process? Well, it wasn't that great. I challenged him. I said, okay, I gave him a short period of time. I said, I need you to set an appointment with every single one of them and follow through and have more conversations, deeper conversations with these playbooks, because these playbooks they're deep. They have a lot of stuff that we also train that they can talk to the agents about and go deeper and help them with marketing, with mindset, with sales, high level stuff. So he called, we have our next coaching call, and he said, Adam, I don't know if this was intentional or not, but I went to call the agents, and I called some of them, and man, it was like just great. I was so excited to call them. They were just great people. We had great conversations, and I was just, we both had mutual attraction to each other in the business because we just mutually respectful. We enjoyed each other, all that. Then he said, well, I called these other agents, went to call these other agents, excuse me. And I looked at their name, and I didn't want to call them. And I realized, do I really want to be in a relationship with this agent? I don't really enjoy speaking to him. I don't have anything in common. I don't think we're really a great fit. Bingo. Now think about this. We oftentimes think, and Matt Doyle had shared on his last one, when he came into the industry, he thought, okay, I got to call everybody. Got to call all the agents. But then what happens is we just don't understand that, hey, listen, we should not be calling every single person. We can start initial conversation. We can warm that person up. We can have these playbooks we're handing out. We can do these value adds. We can have them at an event, all these things. But then at the end, if we start collecting some names, or we start collecting, trying to have these conversations, and then if at that point we don't want to follow through with them because we just don't know what to talk about to them, we don't really like them that much, or they're just for whatever reason, you get wore down when you are with the wrong relationships, right? You get wore down. Okay, I've had to call through these 20 people. Like, gosh, I don't even like. Hopefully, they send me a deal. And then when you talk a partnership that could be a great partnership for you, you're pulling punches. Your energy is not there. You almost have that desperation type of body posture and feel, and they know it, they feel it, they smell it. And then you don't get the partnerships that truly could be great partnerships for both of you. So once you eliminate the people that you don't want to work with, you're going to attract more people, and you're going to do better, and you're going to have more energy. You're going to be able to save time, all those things. So you don't have to talk to everybody, but what's those top 10 calls for the day? Hey, I want to talk to these people, and I want to move this relationship along. I want to continue this relationship. I want to, like, the relationship is great. I just want to make sure they know I love them and I care about them still. And I'm not taking advantage of, hey, listen, they've been sending me deals for a long time, but I want to really give this relationship. I want to provide them some value. I want to give them this value add that I've been that I've been giving other people, trying to attract them, but I'm trying to give to my relationships I already have, et cetera, et cetera. What are those top 10? At the end of it, you could put, I am 1% better today. Yes, check mark that. We oftentimes, and we just want to blow up, and we want to help our clients just, shoot through the sky and just, like a rocket ship. But listen, if you just get 1% better today, like, give yourself the gift and the joy of telling yourself, I'm 1% better today. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Most people are going 1% down every day because they're not trying to improve. They're not on podcasts trying to listen and learn. They're not trying to implement anything. They're not trying to do anything that's really getting them better. You are. Give yourself that gift of saying, yes, I'm 1% better today. Yes, I'm better today, and really be excited about that. What will give me energy today? Think about that beforehand. Like, what is the energy? So there's 3 levels of energy, 3 energy pieces, and that's brain, body, behavior. Brain, body, behavior. 3 B's in energy. So what is going to give me energy today? I'm going to work out today. I'm going to eat some really good food today. If that's, say it's body, that's what you're trying to okay. I'm really pouring into that big time. That's one of the things on the 3 B's I've not been doing as well. So I'm going to push into that, and that's going to give me more energy today. I'm going to feel better because I'm going to do a workout that's going to give me energy. I'm going to eat this food because it's going to give me energy, and then place some real excitement on that. Like, okay, this is great. This is going to be an amazing day. I get to go work out today, and I get to eat whatever. So whatever that be, some grilled chicken, whatever. So, but this is going to give me great energy today. I mean, it's brain. I am going to listen to this podcast. Woo, I'm going to listen to this podcast. It's going to give me a lot of good brain power, and it's going to give me this energy today because now I listen to this, and now I'm going to implement this, and it's going to go all the way to behavior. And now I'm going to have energy today. So what is going to give you energy today? Answer that question beforehand, because you want to then attach it to, one, your intentional specific, right? On those, you're going to do that, but you're also going to, how do I attach this great, joyful feeling with this? So now I'm excited about this. This is what I get to do today, and this is going to bring me such joy and energy today. And who will I pour into today? So name somebody you're going to pour into today. It could be an agent. It could be a client. It could be a loved one. It could be Once in a while, you may even say yourself, I am going to pour into Adam Hires today. That is who I'm going to pour in today. It's going to be an extra special day for Adam Hires. I'm going to pour into that, right? So you can name yourself even, right? So who's the person you're going to just really pour in today? And then think about being intentional and specific on that. You're getting a theme, intentional and specific. I'm intentional and specific. I'm going to name this name, and then I'm going to get really hyper focused on how do I do that today. And I have this quote as for years is go be someone's hero today. Like, whose hero are you going to be today? And it could certainly be yourself. So I don't want to bypass that, because sometimes you need to really be your own. You need to be your own hero and be working towards being your own hero, like in 10 years and 20 years, and try to fill that gap and just being better. But pouring into yourself, pouring into extra special with maybe your mom, or maybe you're one of your kids, etc. So think about that one person you can pour into today, and just be specific, because sometimes we get so scattered, right? Show admiration for, what would that be? It goes a long way, and you're just going really deep with that relationship. That is a beautiful thing. And then your appointments, you're writing down your appointments. What time are those going to be? You're intentional, specific on what you're going to say. So it's not just you have appointments and kind of showing up and, okay, well, I guess I'll just talk about rates and service. Oh, that sucks. No, if you've been listening to this anytime, we don't talk about rates and services. We don't talk about communication. It sucks. It's horrible. It's not going to get you deals. But think about the appointments and how you can show up in such an intentional, great way. The appointments, by the way, make sure that you are prepared 5 minutes beforehand. If you have an appointment and you can't prepare for anything else, just prepare that it's going to go well. Have the vision. If you only have 5 minutes, just prepare for it to go really well. Envision it going really well. That's it. That's your prep. Don't have to have a ton of prep beforehand, but just have a prep that's going to go really well. You should have done your prep work beforehand. Know about them, know who they are as a person, et cetera, et cetera. If I relived this day, what would I do differently? Ooh, that's a powerful, powerful thing, right? This is not to beat yourself up. This is not to say why. Don't ask yourself why questions. Ask yourself how. How could I have done that a little bit differently? How could I have done that a little bit more? Okay, I prospected 1 hour. How could I have actually done 2 hours? Okay, well, if I was looking back on it, what I would have done is I would have eliminated this. I would have just go ahead and acted here. I would have asked a question here. I would have just blocked my time out. I wouldn't have tried to multitask, which is not a thing. There's only task switching. So I could have done more time, done more stuff in a condensed time. What would I have done differently? Just look back at it. It's a little self-assessment, but not in a way that is crippling. Like, I want to really emphasize that it's a way of empowering, not crippling. Your words and the way you ask questions to yourself either freeze your world or free your world. How you choose to speak to yourself and how you choose to ask this question and then answer this question is either going to free your world or freeze your world. Allow it to free your world. Oh my goodness. Tomorrow, I could even be 10% better than I was today, 20% better. I could just grow. I see this, within myself. Like when people talk, when Adam talks about it, or I heard him mentors talk, I know now that I can accomplish so much more because I look back on my day and I can change these things. I have the power to change these things. And now I'm going to go out and execute. I'm going to be intentional and specific on what I'm going to do tomorrow. That's going to lead me to higher, greater success in less time. Oh my goodness, that's beautiful. And then my marketing message. What's my marketing message going to be today? So, be very intentional and specific on this. What is my marketing message going to be? Who am I specifically talking to? And by the way, please, please, please don't be like most loan officers out there, where their marketing message is talking about BIPs and what this long thing about what the feds are doing and blah, 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 blah. Guess what? Nobody knows what you're even talking about except for other loan officers that are in the industry, right? So be specific. Like, who are you speaking to? Okay, I'm going to speak to first-time home buyers. Would a first-time home buyer specifically know what I am speaking about? Will they have any idea what a BIPs or feds or all this other stuff and how that really correlates to them? And remember this, I say this all the time, beat this in your head. Focus is your number one currency. And your marketing message, you have to get focused first. As soon as you start speaking lingo right off the bat that people have no idea what you're talking about, they glass over, their eyes get glassy. It's kind of like when you remember when you're in school and you'll be sitting there in a desk and the teacher's talking and they're speaking like Ben Stein, the one that was on Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And it's like Bueller, 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 and your eyes are just glazed over and you're like, oh my gosh, your pen falls out of your hand and like they're not focused because you are sending a message that is completely confusing. They don't know what you're talking about. So they scroll. People don't have an attention disorder worse than they did before. They have a focus. There's a focus issue right now, right? Because the moment that something is not interesting, they have an interest deficit, I should say. They have an interest deficit. They're not, is the moment that things become uninteresting for a half second, they're out. I want to be very intentional and specific on you can create sales and marketing where you have some confusion, which opens up suggestibility, but you have to first create focus or else you're going to lose and it doesn't matter what else you say. So get very intentional, specific on that. What is my marketing message going to be? What is that going to say? And who am I going to specifically be speaking to? Be speaking to one individual, by the way. That's a big tip to you. Speak to one person when you're speaking to your audience. So I'm going to leave you with that and ponder on that last thing. We definitely teach that in a high level at Genius Loan Officer, but big stuff coming up. And I'm not going to sit there and delay a whole bunch and just keep you on here. I want you to get back out there and I want you to take action. Remember to email angel@geniusloanofficer.com. You can get one of these sheets, put it on your desk, start doing it every single day, be intentional, specific. The is method is you being successful in your business and your growth strategies and the way you show up every single day for your partnerships. Limit your risk equals limited income.